not even halfway through
No, yeah.
your rap,
really
right?
got in
At
there.
the beginning.
At least you're pretty. People are like, oh, don't be mean to her. She's so pretty.
Oh, no. Those are the people that love.
Yes.
That's prime time for them. What are you
Yes.
talking
They
about?
want to be mean because she's pretty.
Yeah.
This chick thinks she's all that because blah, blah, blah.
At least she's cute. She's too dumb. They got this dumb blonde on the sideline when really I'm just having a PTSD from the time I did the talent show in 2nd grade and they put me on the spot to sing.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. I was right there back at 2nd grade. As soon as I saw that red light go off, I'm like, oh, boy. Everyone's watching.
I was a star in the kindergarten Christmas play.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It was a star. I don't know if I was the North Star or whatever I was, right? Kindergarten Christmas play. My mom had made the costume for me. It was a cardboard star. It was covered in aluminum foil. And I threw up on stage. I was so nervous. I didn't have any lines. I didn't no lines.
Just standing on stage made you so nervous that you threw up.
That was like
That's
what
amazing.
happened to me, kind
But
of.
this is where people get into performance. That either destroys them for the rest of their lives and they never do it again, or they say, I have to fix that.
Isn't that messed up?
I
think
have to
that we're
prove to
both-
everyone
Yeah.
that I can do something. And now, I don't know that is, you're not going through that in kindergarten, but there's something in your brain.
Something subconscious. I think that you and I both, I've never related to you more than right now.
Yes.
You had the throw up moment. Mine was also very young, 2nd grade, in front of the whole school talent show. I thought I'd be able to sing a song. Got terrible stage fright, and from then on, I was like, I need to avenge that performance. Like, I'm better than that. And what did I do? Just make a whole career out of it, and I'm still nervous.
That's the thing. And some people are like, and I never went back again, you know?
Yeah.
Well, people ask me all the time, like, do you still get nervous when you go on stage? And the thing is, I never really did. Like, it wasn't like a nervous thing. It was more like, I just want to get up there and do what I'm doing. Because, like, once I'm up there, I'm fine. Yeah. And even when I was, like, I've gotten way more comfortable over the years. There definitely were nerves early on, but it was still, like, more of an excitement than, like, oh, I'm scared to do this. I'm like, oh, I am absolutely nervous, but it's more I'm excited to do it rather than because I knew even if I did poorly, it's just an opportunity to learn and get better.
Oh,
and I was just always in that mindset of like, I'm going to, one way or another, I'm going to have a good time, even if I bomb, even if I
That's such
mess
a good
up.
mindset.
But it wasn't even like I had to coach myself on that. It just
came naturally.
It just came naturally
well, because you
because
didn't have a
I was
traumatic incident.
no, it's more arrogance because I had plenty of them. I had plenty. Like I bombed and was never a good performer as a kid or anything like that. But when I did get a laugh, it was worth anything.
All the trials.
Yeah, all the other bad stuff went away because you got that laugh.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so it's basically just addiction of yeah.
Chasing
sometimes chasing the next laugh. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, it is an
Hey
addiction.
guys, it is the Goose. I just wanted to call in and say I completely 100% agree with Bill on the Duluth men's underwear. It's like a cloud between your legs.
It's the best.
And it's moisture wicking, so your balls don't get sweaty. It's beautiful. I lost 115 pounds since last year, and I'm enjoying regular clothes. And Duluth is the snit. Anyways, love them, love you.
The Goose. He's down
Good
$1.15. Congratulations.
job on that.
Man.
I'm down 25.
Hey, there you
I started
go.
a few months ago.
All right.
Nice and slow and steady this time.
Wins the race.
And I had somebody else hit me up in the break and go, "Oh, I'm wearing my Duluths right now," and you forgot to mention how silky they are. And I'm like, "Well,
I had a lot of people text me in the break.
They're good.
They're like, Bill is completely on point with Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
And one person points out that they have charcoal filter underwear.
Oh, for farts.
Oh,
in
wow.
case you fart a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you shop,
Is that a real thing? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
what
that's what they said. So when you shop there, you have to go in knowing that you go there precisely because you're like, well, I fart a lot, and I need right.
And they reek.
Okay, but like it masks. the
Finally, there's a
smell.
place for that person.
It just,
They're not
What do you mean
going.
that person, Alan?
The person
You've never
farts.
had a smelly fart?
I'm not a farter.
Wow,
not a big farter.
He's high on his high horse here. Do
I know.
No. What I'm saying is if you go to, there's people who buy their underwear at Target.
Right.
Okay, totally fine. Those are not people who are worried about a charcoal filter. Finally, there's a place for somebody who's worried about a charcoal filter. They go, oh my God, I'm going to buy my underwear at Duluth Trading Company because you're trading a little bit of your dignity for stink-proof underwear.
You're saving your dignity because now you are stink-proof.
Yeah.
Now you can just let them rip. If you have a condition that causes you mass flatulence, you don't have to worry about it.
Mass flatulence. So if you're prone
you have the right gear for it.
I see.
I wonder if, because this probably affects ladies too, I wonder if they have like a thong version.
Oh man, that is funny.
So if you're out there providing airborne toxic events
to
your friends and family, there's finally a place for you to go.
Man, farts are always funny.
I mean, it's not, I don't think they have the monopoly on the charcoal filter underwear. I think that's a thing that has been around for a little while, but they just have very comfortable underwear. And then if it also has a charcoal filter and you need that.
Now the charcoal doesn't like if you had got a loud toot.
Yeah, it's not sound dampening.
It's only for
it's only for smell.
Sound dampening. Yeah. They're like, we've got our scientists working round the clock on the noise dampening, but for now you're just gonna have to sit with us on the smell. We figured smell was more important than sound.
But isn't it? Because if you can rip a loud fart and it doesn't smell bad for everybody, that's hilarious. Now, if I rip a big tooter and it's
silent but deadly.
No, I mean like it's loud and it stinks.
Oh, it's both.
Like that's hilarious in certain company, but I wouldn't want to do that here in the studio because that's rude. But if it was like me and like one of my dude friends in the car and I just ripped a big fart and it was loud and it made him almost throw up, that's fantastic.
Wow, yeah.
Here, this is Bill in the stairwell of his building.
That's my flub.
I feel like I've heard that before.
He didn't freeze on camera with that one.
No, he
remembered all his lines.
I was waiting for a long time to get that captured because that was when I'd walk down the stairs in the morning. I'd always take the stairs down.
Yeah.
And it just is a perfect amplifier.
You don't want sound dampening underwear.
Now, did you do the video
situation.
for that or did you do a voice?
Oh, that's a video. Yeah,
oh, wow.
That's a video.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's on my Instagram.
I've got watch the followers roll.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 right here from the Buzzard bookie, a grand, hopefully to you. I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Dollar. That's dollar. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
So forceful. Anytime you want to leave us voicemails, you can. The Alan Cox Show After Hours line is always open for your musings. It's 216-986-8903.
Yesterday, you guys were talking about Cody's karate career. I imagine him moving apartments, you know, going through his old closet, and one of the last things he pulls out as he's packing away his clothes is the old karate gi. He does one of those, you know, look over one shoulder, look over the other shoulder. The roommates are gone. Snap to montage of Cody just karate chopping down the steps and just, you know, just throwing kicks, knocking stuff off the countertops. Maybe even end up at Edgewater Park with a nice, you know, over the shoulder of him looking at Cleveland, one arm in the air. I don't know.
You really kept that. You really kept that guy up, Poundcake. He was thinking about you and your gi. Poundcake's like, that's not how that's pronounced.
I like that image of me, though.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? Makes him badass. Do you ever sit there on the shores of the lakefront just looking out there and wondering if you'll defeat your next victim?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Never.
How long did you take karate for, Poundcake?
This whole... I can't believe I even mentioned it because I may have gone to 1 or 2 classes like a week. Okay. A week. And it was when I was like middle school, like younger than middle school, maybe like 5th grade, maybe 6th grade. And I don't know if I have a uniform, it's at my mom's house, which we probably threw out when we moved her out. But I don't even know where that would be now. This was so many years ago.
You should ask her. She might be able to find it for you.
Maybe it's in my baby book.
In your baby book? You said you were in the 6th grade.
It doesn't matter. My mom keeps everything in my baby.
Your whole life is a baby book to your mom, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're 31 years old. 30, 31?
31.
You're 31 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm putting this in your baby book.
My mom will still
Did
put
she
stuff on
cut
it.
out, did she get a hard copy of Cleveland Scene where it says best sports talker and rubber cement that into your baby book?
I think she did go and grab a copy. I don't know where she got it from, though.
Uh-huh. All right, well.
Because she's not very online savvy, so I imagine she asked someone to get it, or one of her friends.
Well, there's probably a rack at the hospital.
Maybe.
We used to have a rack in Independence before they took that out. Maybe there's one at the hospital there.
Yeah, she would shank somebody over that. So
Shank
I'm sure.
someone. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's got your back then. That's good. Well, that guy is definitely giving it a lot of thought. That you might be sitting there on the shores of the lakefront.
Kung fu fighting.
Kung fu fighting. Yeah. I never took karate. I never even saw The Karate Kid.
Really?
Because I couldn't identify with it. You know, when I was a kid, they got beat up a lot. That should have been right in my wheelhouse. But I was like, this is not scratching me where I itch. Like, it's not
It's a good
at all.
film.
That's what everybody, listen, I'm in a clear minority on that one.
I can't see you getting beat up.
You want to?
We
can make it happen. Poundcake, get in here and beat up Alan.
That you'd get beat up for?
I was very tiny until like the 8th grade.
I was going to say, did you have a growth spurt? Because I don't feel like you're, like what? Do people want to beat up on a pipsqueak?
Alan was probably a smart ass.
I was a smart ass, yes.
I
You
can
know,
imagine
you
that
hear all
pissed
these,
people off.
you always hear people talk about, well, you know, when I was a kid, I'd make jokes, and that saved me from a lot of ass kickings, and that's how I became a comedian. That never once saved me from an ass kicking. They'd be like, ha, 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 punch, punch, pow, pow. Yeah, no, so.
Boys are so weird like
I was
that.
always trying to, make people laugh or whatever. But yeah, I was tiny. I was an easy target. And I was a smartass, but not like an annoying kind of smartass. I was just trying to crack people up or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was small for a while, and girls liked me. And there were a lot of other boys that didn't like that.
That's what I can't figure out. Like, why are they like, oh, I gotta fight this guy?
Because
For
they don't know
what?
how to
It's
deal
primal.
with anything.
It's biological.
I don't like you. I'm gonna fight you.
If you
for
hurt their
some
pride, like that is enough to get an ass beating for the rest of your life.
Society is hundreds of thousands of years of people learning to override their impulses. And a lot of people are like, you know what? I liked that time better, so let's go back to that.
That's what makes me an alpha.
There you
is
go.
not being able to control myself, is being violent.
They didn't like me so much in school because I would embarrass them in front of their girlfriends. So I would get my ass beat for that. Like I would hang out with their
Yeah, but you were
girlfriends.
just being petty.
Well, no, they would start it though. I would be friends with their girls, and they didn't like that. And then so they'd be like, "Man, next time at lunch, if you sit with whatever her name is, I'm gonna beat your ass." I was like, "Well, first,
Man, don't deprive us of a name.
I said,
I mean, it doesn't have to be a real name. You just always come up with the dumbest, best names.
Agatha.
Thank you.
If you sit with Agatha again, I'm beating your ass."
Agatha.
And I remember this one time I said, "Well, first clean out the poop underneath your fingernails," and that really pissed him off. And then it was on site every time. I would get my ass beat every time with this dude because I said it in front of the girls, and they're like, you don't wipe, or you don't wash your hands after you poop. So when you hurt a man's pride and hurt his ability to get more,
That's
bitches,
not even just hurting his pride. Like that's giving him a thing that
everyone roasted him from that.
just keep bringing him up and be like,
yeah.
"Oh, there's Brian that doesn't wipe his butt,
Yeah.
I was like, I refuse.
or
to
wipes his butt but doesn't wash his hands."
I was like, I
Yeah.
refuse to get beat up with someone who has poop underneath their fingernails. And so I would
Agatha buys her underwear at Duluth Trading Company.
Yeah, I would dig deep to roast you. I would get something that you never even thought about, and then that's why I would get my ass beat. So
Yeah,
I
wasn't doing that. He deserved it. I wasn't doing that.
But did you go to an all-boys school?
I went to a Catholic school. It wasn't all
But
boys.
not all boys.
No.
Are you talking about grade school or high school for these beat-ups?
It kind of, no, like elementary school, like kindergarten through like 5th grade.
Kindergarten?
Oh, yeah.
5-year-olds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, boy energy is very different. I talk to friends of mine. I have 2 younger brothers, and then our sister is like way younger than us. And I have a son and 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to friends of mine, and I'm like, boy energy is just different
Yeah.
than girls.
Okay,
And there's
sure.
no way around that. And so, yeah, it's just a different kindergarten at Catholic school. Yeah, listen, everybody was pent up anyway, even in kindergarten. I mean, you know, we went to Catholic school.
Yeah. You know what? I did throw a basketball at a girl's head.
Oh, so you were the bully.
That's a fireable
Well, no,
offense.
she was bullying me, and then I retaliated, and I got in trouble, and then I was like, I'll never do this again.
I also came from a family that told you if somebody's trying to fight you, walk away. Oh. And I don't know that I don't think I taught my kid that. I was like, if somebody's getting in your face.
Nope, we're getting a bussin'.
Well, no, try to de-escalate.
Nope.
But my family, my dad was a veteran, and apparently he was, you would have thought he would have been more like get in there and kick some ass, but he was not that guy.
When I tell my dad about things that happened to me in school, like getting bullied and stuff, he'd just be like, oh yeah, well, this is what happened to me, and just like one up my stories.
Oh, really?
He'd be like, I remember they stole all my clothes and made me run through the, like, his sister's boyfriend stole all his clothes in gym and like threw him out of the locker room, and he had to run to the other side of the school naked to get back in through the other door.
Dang.
Which now would get you expelled if you did something like that.
But back then, he's just like, and it was character building. I'm like, all right.
Character
Sounds
building.
like you're still mad about it.
Girls were a different animal. I guess they were like cerebral slicing.
Yeah, they're torturing you.
They would sleep with each other's boyfriends. And
they would just insult you until you developed an eating disorder, and then, you know. Yeah, that's a whole different vibe.
I can just remember, like, I was playing basketball.
Start rumors and
stuff.
stuff.
I always played up grades, and I was playing on our, I was younger, and I don't know what I said. I, like, made a joke. I'm just such a, like, weird, quirky.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a goofball.
I just made a weird joke or something, and then instead of leaning into it, someone on the team was like, like completely made fun of me for saying it in front of everyone. But I forget how it was prefaced, but I remember just dying a little inside. I was like, damn. Okay, then.
I can never show that part of me again.
Okay.
Yes. I'll just close it all up and push it down.
I thought we were a little loosey-goosey out here. I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, or they'll talk about you or leave you out. And then,
like
you're
deliberately.
So then you're like, oh man, I'm not with you. I'm not accepted in the group.
Yeah.
Thing.
Well, Gab Cruz has left all those dumb bitches in the dust, quite frankly. And she's gotten one over on them.
No, I'm happy for all of it because I think I have more empathy now today. Thank you, everyone who really burnt my ego.
That's how we learn.
What a complete full person that just does not fit in on this show. I'm going to be honest. You're too good of a person.
Really fully formed.
Poundcake's like, no, I'm still mad.
No, I genuinely want to know.
Getting the two extremes.
Okay, Poundcake, this is a good question for you. How do you have the capacity to hang on? Like, some people hang on to stuff forever. Like, how do you have the capacity to hang on to it, though?
Compartmentalize.
Because he's not doing anything else.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of time to focus on this stuff.
If I see poop fingernails today, it's on site. That's just what it is. I don't hold that in like when we see each other, which may never happen. On site.
How would you see someone's poop fingernails?
I will say that is a certified
smell or taste.
roast.
Poop fingernails.
I might use that. I might use that from here on out.
I'm saying it would smell when he would try and punch me. I'm like, oh, and then you see a little bit in his fingernails.
He's dodging the punch like Spider-Man, but taking a sniff at the same time. He's just like, yeah.
Well, I guess he was asking for it then. You're going to come at Poundcake. You better have manicured, clean, scrubbed hands.
I'm going to make it like the beating. If you're going to beat me, I'm going to make it worth it. Like, I'm going to deserve it. And, you may beat me physically, but I'm in your mind.
Yeah, he did.